Today is Tuesday, June 4th, 2019. This is a collective in reference to why are you still questioning or doubting your actions or your decisions. So what I have today is the Ten of Cups. So for all of my subscribers, in reference to the Ten of Cups, where there was an ending to something, whether this ending is to a relationship, whether this ending is to a situation, whether the ending was to a job or a career, whether the ending was a fallout with you and another family member, either way, it's showing it to be challenging for you. Some of you are still questioning your own actions or your own motives, as well as the other person, the other partner or party involved. So what I'm feeling is that the reason I was led to do this video is to show you through my cards that in fact the reasons, the motives, what's behind it, what's to come of it. So let's see where we're going with this, okay? So the first thing I have is the Moon card. So with the Moon card, it makes a lot of sense, right? Because we all know from seeing so many other readers or videos or whatever, you know that the Moon always represents possibly hidden secrets, hidden agendas, hidden opportunities, things that people don't want put out in the light, things that are kept in the dark, because the Moon only comes out for your visual eyes in the dark. It's out a lot all the time, but for us, when we speak of the Moon, we think of the Moon, we know that's nighttime, when the stars are around and things of that nature. So, what I'm getting is that for a lot of you who had to make a decision that you're still second-guessing yourself on, that you're still not sure if you did the right thing or made the right choice, by either walking away, finishing something, or ending something, the Moon card tells us it was due to someone not being truthful to you, someone being very deceitful, someone being not honest. Also, too, for some of you, for not feeling as if you were treated in a certain fashion or in a certain way. For a lot of you, I feel that a lot of you are still wanting and desiring this either situation, partner, opportunity, job, position, whatever it is. A lot of you are still wanting to either rectify or rejoin or reunite or regroup with this situation. But I don't feel that it is going to be of your highest good, and that is because the Hierophant card comes up. With the Hierophant card, to me, the Hierophant is explaining that things aren't exactly what you fantasized or introduced them or dreamed them or hoped for them to be. A lot of this, I want to call it a mindfuck. Pretty much you gave yourself a mindfuck because you allowed yourself to believe that something existed and was present during the situation, during this relationship, during this encounter. You allowed yourself to believe that it was much more than it was, that it was better than it was, that it was what you needed when you didn't. But because you had an empty spot here, you wanted somebody to fill that spot. You wanted somebody to sit in. You wanted somebody to occupy that. You wanted somebody in your life, and you were willing to settle for the first knock that came. Just saying. Now, a lot of you, with the Two of Cups, thought that this was definitely set in stone, this was meant to be. A lot of you believed and fooled yourself to think this was your soulmate, this was your twin flame and all that, but it was not. It was meant for you to be in somebody's life. That's not a mistake. It was meant for them to come in your life. That's not a mistake. But what is a mistake is that they weren't meant to stay, but you believed and convinced yourself that they were. A lot of you then experienced the Death card. With the Death card, that is the universe, your guides, your angels, even your own intuition telling you that this won't last. This is going to end. A lot of you saw, okay, you saw the flags. You saw the warning signs. You knew what was coming, but you still refused to accept that. So now, instead of pointing the finger at whoever, you have to remember, when you're pointing one, these and this is always pointing backwards to you. So point the finger at somebody, and you see where all my fingers are pointing? So if I'm pointing, all these fingers, 3, are pointing at me, and this thumb is pointing at me, and only 1 is pointing at them. So guess what? You have to own the shit, or your shit, that you allowed something to occur because you didn't have your boundaries in place. You didn't pay attention to the signs or the red flags that were there. You did not accept the messages from the universe. You took messages and flipped them to meet your needs in your mind. You took situations or words that came from that person, that job, that supervisor, that best friend, that family member. You took their words and interpreted them the way you wanted them to mean. Sometimes we can read words on a paper. Sometimes we can read between the lines of the words, right? And sometimes we can read beyond the lines of the word. So if somebody keeps telling you, I'm busy, I really can't do it today, I'm sorry, and they're writing that, I'm sorry, I'm busy, I really can't do it today, sorry, maybe another time. Okay, now you can either hear that, or you can read between the lines and say, wow, I know they're busy, but they're not even trying to fit me in their schedule. Or you can read beyond the lines and say, I've been getting the same message every single time I contact this person. They keep telling me they're busy, they're busy, they're busy. They must have a free moment somewhere. I saw them out last week with somebody else. Then read beyond the lines and see that they just don't have the balls to tell you. They don't want to be bothered with you no more. But they just keep putting you off until you get tired of contacting them and getting the negative results. Okay, see what I mean? So, read the words, read between the lines, read beyond the lines. Get the messages that are truly there for you. For a lot of you, with the Page of Swords, that's saying that you had one opportunity to do something, to get something done, to address something, to approach something, and it's finished. For some of you, the Page of Swords can mean that you still are not very balanced in your own life. You see how the feet are not flat on the ground, not both of them, only one is. So one is pointing in a direction because you know where you want to go. Sorry about my landscapers out there. One is pointing in a direction, and you know which way you want to go. But on the other hand, the other one is still not firmly on the ground. So the other one is not sure. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I contact them? Should I not? Should we make up? Should we not? Should I go forward? Should I find somebody new? You're questioning a lot of things. For some of you, with the sword pointing up so high in the sky, you're begging and asking the universe to send you a sign and a message. But every time they do, you misinterpret the message. For some of you, your partner has or had a lot of options. Okay? They couldn't make up their mind. They're looking and looking it over. You see them looking it over, trying to decide, that one's pretty, that one's built nice, that one's really smart, that one's got money, that one is good in bed, that one there is really funny, makes me laugh. So they're trying to decide by looking at all the different choices, options, and opportunities that are in front of them. They're trying to make a decision, or you, in fact, have these options or opportunities to make a decision. Some of you also could be looking with the Seven of Cups as if to say, looking at all these different things, looking at all these traits, okay? These may not be options or opportunities, but for some of you, they may be the traits of somebody that you're trying to be with, somebody you're trying to go back with, or somebody that you're trying to keep in your life. These traits could be, well, they get angry a lot. Well, they hit me. Well, they steal. Well, they do drugs. Well, they drink too much. Well, they watch porn. Well, there could be a whole bunch of different things. And you're looking and saying, do I want all this? Do I really want to have to deal with all this? Some of you are saying, well, okay, well, I'm sure we could work it, or maybe I could change them or change their mind. If you're trying to change someone, you're wasting your time. Only person that can change themselves is themselves. Meaning you, only person you can change is you. Only person your partner can change is themselves. So, you got to understand that you have to accept somebody for who they are, the way they are, for their beliefs, for their character, for their moral values, whatever it is. You cannot change someone. So if they don't feel like they fit, then don't try to push a square peg into a round hole. Got what I'm saying? Stop trying to settle and make your life happen really quick, trying to get to that destination of being married or being in a relationship or this, that, and the other thing. Collect yourself. Don't try to make such a big collection of other people or other things. Focus on investing in you. Let yourself be your own IRA. Let yourself be your own coin collection. Let yourself be the most important bare mineral substance that is needed in order to complete you. Because until you can love yourself enough to respect yourself and to set boundaries and to make sure that people keep those boundaries and respect them, only then will you be able to move forward. But for some of you trying to be in a relationship, but yet you're not balanced, then you can't bring any balance to the table. It's not possible. You have to work together, and it is always a work in progress. Even once you're in a good relationship, a commitment, everybody's loyal and faithful, but every day you're changing and growing, and they're changing and growing. So you must keep communication open in order to be sure that you stay on the same page, that you're walking side by side, that somebody's not walking in the front and somebody's not walking in the back. If you're going to be in this life together, if you're going to be in a commitment together, if you're going to be in a union together, you must do things together. There's days when you're not going to want to do something and they do. There's days when they don't want to do something and you do. But you need to make those sacrifices, is what a good friend told me. You need to make those sacrifices in order to make everybody happy. Because the same thing's going to happen one day for you, and you're going to want your partner to do whatever you need to do to make you happy, okay? So pay attention to what I'm saying. Here we have the Lover's card, too. So there is love around the corner for those of you who this is making sense to. If this is resonating, this is for you. If it's not resonating, click off. Okay, so the Lover's card is showing that the universe wants to bring you this union, wants to bring you that partner, wants to bring you the love that you desire, wants to bring you the happiness and joy you know and feel you deserve. And you feel like it's overdue, long overdue. You've waited long enough. Some of you have waited years for your partner to come forward. Some of you have truly waited for them to change, truly waited for them to make you the priority, truly waited for them to lust after you. And the universe is saying, I will provide to you the right person at the right time that will give you and fill all of your needs. And it's coming. And that is through God and a higher power. For some of you, you're reaching, you're stretching, you're contacting 20,000 psychics or advisors or readers to see if everybody's going to give you what you need to hear. And when they don't give you what you need to hear, you need to call somebody else, right? And then if they don't say what you want to say, that you want them to say, then you want to call somebody else. Don't do that. Allow the mystery to unfold itself. Know, like I told another client of mine, that what's going on behind the scenes, you can't see that. You can't see what God is doing to prepare a miracle to come in your life. You can't see that. It is only in the divine energy and in the divine timing, through God's timing, that is going to unfold naturally, the way it's supposed to, and not before then. I don't care if you stomp your feet, throw a tantrum. I don't care if you spend $20,000 on a reader. You're not going to make it happen until the divine decides it's going to happen. Okay? So don't be throwing your money away like crazy. Next, I have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a confirmation to you all to know that an offer is coming. There is going to be someone who wants to share their cup with you. Not somebody you're going to have to beg, not somebody you're going to have to buy, not somebody you're going to have to do things for, just somebody who loves you because you're you. And that's coming. So be patient, be strong, and know that soon you will get a message. 9 of Pentacles. last card. 9 of Pentacles. So that bird has dropped right there on the hand to able to say, I have a message for you. And you'll get this message, or you'll get this download through your sleep, through your meditations, through your energies, through your intuitiveness. You're going to know exactly when it's the right person, when it's the right timing, and when it's meant for you. So pay attention to what's around you. Watch out for my next video.